Hi everyone, I'm Bidisha. I'm a journalist with nearly 30 years experience in TV, radio, newspapers and magazines, and I'm absolutely delighted to be part of the Writer on the Block digital residency. It's running online from the 15th of March to the 2nd of April, looking at journalism and writing for the media. I'm ducking my head around because I don't want you to see the ring light reflected in my glasses. And I want to read from my notes so I give you the right information. The Writer on the Block is a new flagship project from Writing on the Wall. It's part of the Writer's Block, an emergency response to the social and mental health emergency that's risen out of lockdown over the past year or so. Writer on the Block works with the community and it sits alongside major writing projects, working with BAME writers, women at risk of or with experience of domestic abuse and abusive relationships, and people experiencing mental health issues. I would love it if you would sign up and just join me on this journey. We have workshops, we have socials, we have open mic nights, we have a session when you can ask anything about how to professionalize your writing. And just to entice you a bit more, I'll give you some of the titles that we're going to be exploring. The first workshop is called Identifying Your Skills and Passions. If you've always thought about getting into writing, getting into journalism, you don't know exactly what your skills and passions are, tune in for that one. The next workshop, workshop number 2, is going to be called Writing a Pitch and Developing Your Ideas. So if there are certain set projects, some articles, assignments, a documentary you want to craft and create, how do you skinny down your ideas and just focus on that one pitch, developing that one idea so that you can actually do it and bring it to fruition? We have a Bloc social and we're calling it Talking About the News, COVID Conspiracy Confusion. In this Bloc social, we're going to look at journalism from the outside in, the stories that have been dominating the headlines and discussions for the past year or so. What do you think about the journalism surrounding the pandemic? Was it informative? Was it confusing? Was there misinformation? Did it help people? Was it reassuring? Did it give a wide view? Do your research, bring your ideas, we'll have an open discussion. And then moving on, kind of related to that actually, we have another Bloc social, and that's all about writing and activism. Be the change that you want to see. Journalism isn't just about reporting the news, it's also about leading the debate, changing the agenda, changing what people talk about, raising consciousness, expanding people's minds. If there's something that you are really passionate about, a change that you want to see, how can you combine an activist approach with a journalistic approach? So tune in for that. We also have something that we're calling an enterprise hub. It's a toolkit for breaking barriers to get into journalism. Yes, it's definitely true that if you look at the very top of the people who are in all the media jobs, there are certain schools, certain backgrounds, certain universities, classes, races, sexes represented. But don't dwell on that too much. If you want to get into journalism, you have every right to carve out your patch. So we look at professional ways of getting into the career, the field, the discipline that you want. Whatever the barriers might be, whatever the obstructions might be, we turn those apparent strengths into weaknesses. We turn those obstacles into fresh new viewpoints. So join us for that. I'm also doing a few one-on-ones. Those are half-hour sessions. And for those, I won't be reading a lot of your work, but it's really for people who have one quite solid, quite large pet project that they want to work on. Maybe something they've been thinking about for a number of years, maybe even a sort of non-fiction book idea. And I'll be reading one-page synopses or pitches for those projects. So come armed with your idea more than anything. I can't read manuscripts, but what I can do is look at pitches and proposals and work with you on how exactly to approach this project, this labor of love that you've been wanting to do. So that's it. It's a lot, but it's all online. So we're going to gather up a huge amount of resources, whatever your ability. If you're interested in journalism and media and communication, Come and join me for the Writer on the Bloc Digital Writer in Residence from the 15th of March to the 2nd of April, brought to you by Writing on the Wall. My name is Bidisha. Google the whole thing and you'll be able to sign up, and I hope to see you very soon indeed, from the 15th of March to the 2nd of April. See you soon.